Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I am going to be giving you some easy tips on how you can improve the quality of your resume if you find that you are experiencing a lot of rejection in your job search. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome, and I'm so happy that you're here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button really quick so that you can join my growing YouTube community. But if you are a returning viewer and you've watched many of my resume videos, then you know that I always say that the quality of your resume is going to determine and is going to dictate the quality of the job interviews or the number of job interviews that you receive or that you land in your job search. I come across so many resumes of people who want professional jobs, but their resumes are unprofessional. They have a lot of mistakes. It's missing a lot of information. It's outdated. And as a result, these people are not getting any interviews. Surprisingly, there are some very simple, easy tweaks that you can make to your resume so that you can start seeing the type of success that you want in your job search, whether you are job searching to either make more money or advance or progress in your career. It all boils down to the quality of your resume. So let's go ahead and get into how you can improve the quality of your resume right now. Let's get right into it. Number one on this list is to make it easy to read. You guys, recruiters are scanning dozens, if not hundreds of resumes every single day for this job. The last thing that they need is to look at a document that is super complicated, super complex, and has a lot of complicated design elements. What I mean by this is, take for example, if you do a quick Google search or you hop on Canva or Etsy and you download a resume template and it's really pretty, right? It has the blush theme. It has all these cute fonts. You can put your picture in there. You have a bunch of columns. You do not need all of that. Contrary to popular belief, less is more, and as simple as you can keep your resume, it is going to work to your advantage. Now, I have written over 800 professional resumes, and you would be surprised to know that I lay each and every single resume out for my clients from scratch. I don't use any templates because I have found that less is more, and the more simple, the better. What's that saying? KISS, keep it simple, stupid. For all of my millennials out there, keep your resume as simple and as straight to the point as possible. Meaning, do not have a resume or a document that is going to have the recruiter's eye hopping all over the page. So like with a lot of templates, they'll have the name all the way to the right, a column down here for their skills, the job experience section is over here, the education section is all the way up there. You have a place to put your picture. There's all these different lines and borders, and y'all, you don't need all of that. At the end of the day, recruiters only spend between 5 to 8 seconds scanning a resume in the first place, and I can guarantee you, if it is too difficult to read, if it is too complex, if it has a lot of funky elements, they are not going to look at it for too long, if you're lucky enough that that resume even gets past the applicant tracking system in the first place. In order to make your resume easy to read and in order to keep it simple, here are some simple rules that you'll want to follow. Number one is to make sure that your name is either centered or formatted to the left, never ever to the right, and make sure that all of the information in general. Number two is to make sure that the document in its entirety reads naturally from left to right. Number three is to avoid using a lot of columns. Again, you should only have one column that lists your skills. That's typically what people will columnize, but no more than just that one. And I did record a video teaching you all on the proper way to list your skills on your resume. And then last but not least is to make sure that you have clear section headers at the beginning of each section to separate the different sections of information within your resume so that the recruiter can naturally follow along and read through the document. What I mean by this is making sure that you have a header that says education right before all of your degrees and your certifications. Make sure you have another section header at the start of your job experience section. And number four is to use a very clean and simple font. I recommend Arial, Garamond, and Calibri. Do not be using any cursive fonts or any crazy fonts. Like one time I saw a resume that actually had that little horror font or like the, what is it called? Like the scary font. Do not do that, y'all. Keep it simple, stupid, period. Number 2 on this list is to make sure that it is ATS friendly or applicant tracking system friendly. So I just touched on how downloading those crazy complex resume templates can be difficult for a recruiter to read. It can also be a little difficult for the applicant tracking system to process. So again, if you have a lot of text boxes all over, if you have a lot of columns, if the template is using a specialized font that is not compatible with Microsoft Word or Adobe Acrobat or whatever system or program that the recruiter is going to be pulling the resume up in, that is going to result in some sort of a processing error, in which cases you have already shot yourself in the foot before you've even gotten a chance to officially apply, and I do not want that for you. So to make sure that your resume is ATS or applicant tracking system friendly, again, be sure that you're not using any complicated design or layout. Also, make sure that you are doing keyword research before you start job searching or before you start writing your resume, so that you know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that your resume says exactly what the recruiter is looking for when they input keywords into those systems. And I did record a video giving you all some very easy tips on how to conduct keyword research as you write your resume or before you write your resume. People really underestimate the importance of keywords, and they tend to think of them as the enemy, but I promise you that if you understand the importance of keywords and you do your keyword research, you can use them to your advantage to land even more interviews than your competitors. And another super simple, easy tip, but a mistake that trips people up, is to make sure that you are using a compatible formatted version of your resume that a recruiter can pull up. So have your resume saved in Microsoft Word, so .docx, and also have it saved as a .pdf, or a very simple plain text file, otherwise known as .txt. Unless the resume calls for a different file format, I know sometimes for a lot of creative roles or design roles, it is acceptable to apply with your resume in a Photoshop file, so PSD, or even an InDesign file. Unless it is asking for a different file format type, only use the 3 that I just named, because if you're using something else, again, the recruiter may not be able to pull it up in the system or the program that they are using. And I understand that you may feel like that's their problem, not yours, but if you want them to get your resume, view the resume, and call you for a job, it is your problem. Number 3 on this list is to make sure that it says what the recruiter wants to see. Most people will write their resume from the perspective of they're bragging on themselves and they want to tell what they've accomplished. They write it from a position of self, right? But it's not about you. It's about you, but it's not about you. It's really about the recruiter. So you need to make sure that your resume can answer the following questions. Number 1, can you solve the business problem or the business challenge that this role or this person is going to be hired to fix? So as the recruiter is going through your job history, after reading it or after taking a look at it, do they understand that you are number 1 qualified for this job? Number 2, that you have a demonstrated history of doing this job in the past, and that is going to make sure that you are excellent in doing this job. Another question you'll want to ask yourself as you read your resume is, does it answer any potential questions that a recruiter may have regarding your qualifications or your eligibility for this role? So once they read this document, they shouldn't have any other questions or any doubts about you being the right person for this position, meaning they should know what you've done in your past roles and how it correlates to this position. They should know your educational accomplishments and your background as it relates to the job, and that is going to affirm or solidify your knowledge and expertise in knowing that you know what you're doing. They shouldn't be left with any questions, any doubts after taking a look at your resume. They shouldn't be wondering, oh, does this person have project management skills? Does this person have communication skills? Has this person led a team before? Because I guarantee you, if they have remaining questions after reading your resume, they are not going to call you. And last is, does it align with the job descriptions? Now, a lot of people will just do a brain dump on their resume. Like, they'll just list all of the jobs they've ever had, and they'll copy and paste, a gazillion bullet points into your resume, which is what you don't want to do. And then all of a sudden they have 2-3 pages worth of information, but it doesn't even align with the job description. This is also why it's important to do keyword research before you start job job searching, so that when they read it, they can say, oh, I need to call this person because they can get the job done. Okay, they have exactly what I need. I'm ready to give them this 6-figure salary or this $95,000 salary or whatever. It needs to be very clear in being in direct alignment with the job posting, with the job description. And do not make the mistake of writing your resume from the point or from the standpoint of, this is what I want to say, this is what I want to list. No, you need to tailor your resume and target your resume so that it says what the recruiter wants to see, what they want to read, what they want to know. Answer the questions that they have, solve the challenges that they have. And when you write it from that perspective, I guarantee you are going to have way more success, because at that point you are positioning yourself as a what? As a solution to the problem, which is the reason why recruiters are looking to hire, right? They are giving people these salaries because they need something done. They have a business problem, which is why the job is posted. So if you are going to position yourself as someone who can solve that problem, your resume needs to be written as such. And last on this list is to get and implement feedback. So this is something that a lot of people do not do. Before you start job searching, send your resume to people in your network or people who you may know that have the job that you may be going for, and see what the hiring manager or see what that person says. See if they can forward it to somebody to get some feedback. After you receive their feedback, go ahead and incorporate whatever they say, as long as it makes sense, into your resume. So if they say, hey, so-and-so, you're missing your years of experience, or I know for a fact this hiring manager is going to see more of X or A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Take that back, go back to the drawing board or go back to your computer and make sure that you infuse that or include that within your resume. This is something that I did in a past job search, and it really did make a world of a difference. I was an entry-level employee at the time. I was just transitioning into the marketing field, and for the jobs that I didn't get, I would straight up ask the recruiter, like, hey, what is my resume missing? Like, what does it need to have on it? And that let me know I either needed to A, go and get that type of experience to be eligible for that role, or B, tweak my resume so that it said more of what other recruiters would want to see. So take rejection as redirection. So even if you get rejected for a job after you apply, ask for feedback, but try to be proactive instead and send it out to different people just to see what they say. That's it, y'all. Those are some super simple, easy ways on how you can improve your resume to start getting more interviews. Now, I always say that your resume is the first step when it comes to job searching, and ultimately it does speak for you, right? So before recruiters have a chance to speak with you or meet you in person or take a look at your LinkedIn profile, they are looking at your resume and they want to make sure that you can do this job. So if you're not getting callbacks or if you're not getting the response that you want from your job search from your current resume, that is a clear sign that you need to make some tweaks to make it better so that you can start getting the success that you do want to see. I really, really hope that you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you have any additional questions in regards to how to improve your resume that I did not cover in this video, feel free to go ahead and drop a comment in the comment box down below. If there was a particular tip in this video that stuck out to you, I would love to know that as well. Go ahead and drop that in the comment box down below. If you are a professional who needs assistance with your resume, maybe you realize that you don't have enough time to write your resume. Maybe you realize that writing is just not your strength, or maybe you're just not sure where to start and laying out your resume and trying to communicate your value is just way more than you can handle. I would be more than happy to assist you. At this point in my resume writing career, I've been writing resumes for about 10 years and I've written over 800 resumes thus far. My specialty is transforming bland, lackluster resumes into powerful selling tools that help career professionals land interviews 2 times faster in their job search. I am currently accepting clients. If you are interested in working with me and you would love to get started, please visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. For more resume, career, and job search tips from me, feel free to connect with me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at _Mika Thompson, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My profile name is Tamika Thompson. Feel free to shoot me a connection request. You can also subscribe to my email newsletter. I do have a link that is in the description box down below that you can click to sign up. If you are not currently subscribed to my channel, but you like this video, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers to making our resume better, y'all. Bye.